Hello everybody. This is Monty with Flowers by the Bunch. Happy Monday. I hope you are having a wonderful day. So today I wanted to do an arrangement with fruit, fresh fruit. I had on our YouTube channel, I had someone request an arrangement with fresh fruit. And so I ran over to the grocery store, to our local grocery store here in town, and they had their pineapples on sale. And their pineapples are $1 a piece. Their fresh pineapple is $1 a piece. So I said, the perfect container for a fruit arrangement. So I am going to make a tropical color arrangement. So it's going to have oranges and pinks and yellows and just really tropical colors. And I am going to make that directly in a fresh pineapple. When you come on, tell me hello, tell me how you're doing, tell me where you're from. We always love to know that. So what I'm going to do is, what I did was I took the top and I cut the top off the pineapple. I hollowed it out and I rinsed it out because it was really very sticky. A pineapple is sticky. And so I rinsed it out, and then I added some fresh oasis to the inside of the pineapple. And then I filled the reservoir with water. Now the great part about arranging flowers directly in a fruit is fruit has lots of sugar, and flowers love sugar. Sugar is what feeds the flowers, and so they're going to be very happy arranged in the pineapple. So I placed fresh oasis. The oasis has already been soaked in fresh water. So it's wet, and then I filled the reservoir with fresh water also. Next, what I'm going to do is I am going to take, this is just Spanish moss. I just kind of want to cover that oasis a little bit. I don't want to use a whole lot of greenery because I really want you to see that this is a fresh pineapple. So I'm going to take that moss and just kind of cover my oasis a little bit. I'm not having to take the oasis in because it's just a small piece pressed right down in there. It's not going to come out. We shouldn't have any problems with the oasis trying to come out. Now this is an arrangement that, like, I'm not going to sell this here in the flower shop because it's not going to last for a long period of time. The pineapple is not going to last for very long. It would be perfect for a luau, perfect for any kind of summer party, but it is not perfect to send as a gift. Now you could do this at home and enjoy it at home for several days, but it's not going to last as long as I want it to last. And I'm afraid that it's going to get yucky. So it's just for fun. So don't just do it for a party or something that's going to be kind of quick. I would not send it to grandmother in hopes that this pineapple lasts for a week and a half, because it's not going to, okay? So I have got it filled with oasis and water and put a little bit of moss on it. I'm going to take a little bit of greenery and I am going to add some greenery. I've got this variegated pittosporum. I love variegated pit. I've told you many times it's long lasting, it's pretty. I think it's a pretty tropical color. I'm just going to take it and cut it in smaller pieces. And I am just going to pop it right down into this oasis. Now, if you have any questions, please ask those questions. I will come back after the live and I'll answer any questions you might have. I don't have Victoria here with me this afternoon to read any questions or any comments. So I promise that I will go back after the live and I'll read all your questions or comments and I'll answer anything that you might have. So I just took one stem of variegated pit and I added pittosporum to that arrangement. It doesn't take very much. Next, I'm going to come in with some pretty flowers. So I went out to a friend's house yesterday and I cut fresh zinnias. Now zinnias are, I know I say this so often, but zinnias are perhaps one of my very favorite flowers, especially summer flowers. They last so long and they come in so many beautiful varieties. So I've got zinnias, they look so tropical. I've got some pretty fuchsia or pink wax flowers, solidago, orange spray roses because they're perfect for the tropical look. I've got some fuchsia colored stock, and some of those rose lilies. So I don't know that all these flowers are necessarily going to fit in here, but we're going to see what we can do. I'm going to start out with my lime flower with my stock. This is just a fuchsia colored stock. I'm removing all the foliage down below. Now you can make an arrangement like this in fruits. You can make it in vegetables. I have hollowed out cabbage and put it in a cabbage before. So I've done watermelon and hollowed out a watermelon and put flowers down in a watermelon. So be creative with that. It's a lot of fun and it's so pretty. So I have a couple stems. Let's see. Let's put one more stem of this fuchsia colored stock. I'm just stripping those leaves off, cutting it short, and just tucking it right into that pineapple. Next, I'm going to come in with a little bit of yellow solidago. All I did was I actually popped the top out of this piece of solidago, and then I'm going to be able to use the bottom part too. So I'm just tucking that right down into that oasis. So you can see I'm just taking my fingernail and I'm just popping the top right out of that. So I've got two pieces to work with. Makes it go a little further. All right, next I'm going to come in with, so look at this pink zinnia. I love them so much. So I'm going to take the larger zinnia and I'm going to use it down lower in the arrangement, more as a focal, down lower. And then I've got some smaller stems. This one's a little larger than the others. So I'm going to stagger them up. I'm going to have the smaller head at the top and the larger head at the bottom, kind of graduated. And then let's put this little orange one at the top. I'm just stripping the foliage off. Zinnias are long-lasting, really pretty summer flowers. I love them. Next, I'm going to come in with a little bit of orange spray roses. You know, these are some of my favorites. And the nice part about these spray roses is their stems are pretty long. So you can see I have two cuts on that stem. I'm going to take it. When making a small arrangement like this, it's always nice to be able to cut the longer stems off and use it in two different insertions in the arrangement. This one actually has 4 different cuts on it. So I'm just taking it and cutting it in their little stems and just going all the way around. So I'm putting a few in the back. And I'm going to leave this one longer. Remove the foliage. Put it and nestle it in. Whoop, I broke it, so it's not going to go tall. That's okay. I'm just going to tuck it right down here. I'm actually going to cut both stems. All right, so really it's not needing many more flowers. Oh, got my nose itching with that moss. I'm going to take a little bit of this wax flower. Now, this is 1 stem of wax. So you can see it's got a good bit on it. So I'm going to take it and pop it in smaller pieces, just like I did with the solidago. And I may not even need the whole stem of wax flower. So I'm just going to take it and just pop it in smaller pieces and just tuck it here and there. Now this would be a perfect arrangement to cut your flowers out of your yard. If you've got anything blooming in your yard, this would be the perfect little arrangement to make with the flowers that are growing in your yard. Now, like I said, because it's in this pineapple, it's the pineapple that's not going to last very long. So if you want it to be more of a longer lasting arrangement, be sure to put this in a glass vase or in a container. But this pineapple sure is fun. It sure is fun. I'm going to turn it and I'm going to just add a little bit of that wax kind of in the center. So there we go. We've got all our color. Okay, so this is something I want to try. I've never done this before. Now, I have seen people use citrus fruits in arrangements, and I've seen them use slices. So we're going to see what we can do with this. I am going to take a knife. Now, when working with any fruit and cutting it, it is sticky. So I've got a wet paper towel because it's going to be sticky. I'm going to cut the end. I'm actually going to use the grapefruit first. I love the color of the grapefruit. So I'm just taking my knife and I'm going to cut slices. And we're going to see, keep cutting it. I don't have a large knife, or I would certainly use a larger knife. Now, a grapefruit's kind of more of a peachy color in the center, and so I'm going to take it and I am going to cut a pretty thick slice of this grapefruit. It's a good idea to use a much larger knife than I have. You'll have a prettier cut, but look at how pretty the color is of that grapefruit. Just a really pretty color. I'm going to take those seeds and remove them, just because they're not so pretty. But look how pretty the color is of that grapefruit. The reason I am cutting it into pretty thick slices is because I want to use a skewer and stick it down into this arrangement. Now, I don't love that the center has a hole in it, but we're going to go with it, okay? You can also do this with an orange or a lime. Let's try the lime. So I'm going to take the lime. I love that pretty green color. I'm going to cut it in pretty thick slices. And the reason I didn't say this, but the reason I'm cutting it in pretty thick slices is because I'm going to use the skewer to stick it right over into this arrangement. Now that's a much prettier slice. See how it doesn't have the center out of it? So I may cut some oranges too, just because why not, right? Okay, so there's my limes. And let's go ahead and cut a little bit of this orange. I just like all the colors of the citrus fruit. And so that's the reason I got an orange and a grapefruit and a lime. You could do it with anything. You could do a lemon. You could do it with anything. Okay. So here are my different fruits and the different colors. They're just so pretty, okay? Gosh, that moss has me itching. I'm gonna take a skewer. This is just a bamboo skewer that you're gonna use like on the grill. I'm just gonna take a skewer and I am going to stick it right into the rind of that orange. So now it has a stick and it's going to stick over into my arrangement. I am going to use this one piece that you really can't see the hole in the center. Okay, so there's my grapefruit. And then I'm going to use a couple of pieces of the lime. Be careful, because it'll squirt up and it'll get in your eye, so be careful. And if you have any open scratches on your hands, it kind of burns. So I'm just pushing, I don't know if you can see it very well, but I'm just taking that skewer and pushing it right into that thick slice. So that's the reason I did the slice pretty thick, so you could not see the skewer on either side, okay? Next, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to wipe my hands because it stings just a little. Okay, I'm going to wipe my table a little bit. I'm going to pull my arrangement over, and now I'm going to use these slices as flowers. Okay, you're going to arrange them in the arrangement just as if you are arranging flowers. So I'm just going to push it right down into that oasis. and just arrange it just like it's a flower. Good to go in the oasis. But see how pretty those fruits, those citrus fruits look in that arrangement. So you can kind of see how the orange color and the grapefruit kind of has the pinky coral, but it really makes a really pretty addition to this. I think this would be a beautiful shower arrangement if you were going to do like a brunch. You could use this for a brunch, for a bridal shower. You could use it for any kind of tropical type arrangement. If you were having a pool party, how fun would this be for a pool party? Put this on by a fruit tray. But this is such a fun arrangement and just a little different. I just bumped the head of that zinnia. Oh well. But it's just so much fun and so different. So when making arrangements this summer, think outside of the box. Use fruits, use vegetables, use all kinds of things. But I love how pretty the grapefruit. I think if you picked out a pink grapefruit, it would be even prettier than this one. But I want you to go out and try an arrangement like this. It's so much fun and so pretty, and the colors are wonderful. But you can use flowers out of your yard. You can use grocery store flowers. Come to your local flower shop and pick up a few stems. But pick out fruits that are on sale. Of course, you know, right now everything is so expensive, but for 99 cents for a pineapple to make a fantastic container, I love it. Guys, thank you so much for coming here this afternoon. If you like this video, please sprinkle it so your friends can see it, and I will see you all tomorrow.